Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new, Pisces. I want to thank everyone who supports my channel by way of donations, buying the decks that I've created, commenting, buying the extended versions, whatever it might be. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you so much, everyone. And the comments are amazing. Thank you. You guys truly are the best on YouTube because your comments are just so loving and caring and you're just so giving. Thank you. Okay, this reading is going to be about Spirit wanting you to know why this had or has to end. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship, okay? Especially romantic. It could be a business partnership. It could be a family member, a friend. It could be a lover. It could be a way of thinking, what you're believing, the way you feel. It could be a number of things, but we're going to find out. We're going to try and get to the bottom of it and get some information for you. So we're going to start off with Soul's Journey card. This is going to help us understand a little bit better about why or what had to end. I am trying to shuffle quietly because I know it hurts your ears if you've got earbuds in. But the unfortunate thing is it's a lot louder for you than it is for me. So I don't even realize when I'm too loud. So I am trying to keep it down. Oh, guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Some of you have guilt over something. You gotta let that go. You know, guilt and shame are two of the biggest and most harmful emotions. They say that shame is the emotion that leads to suicide. Guilt isn't far behind it, so you have got to let that go for your health. Absolutely. Okay, now we're going to get a motivation manifesto card. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you have, we must ask if our desires to feel safe and accepted are in fact enslaving us to popular opinion and to boredom. So this is all about the Hierophant, basically. It's conforming. It's when we say, do, feel, behave, act on things because we think that's what others expect from us. That's what others want us to do. And that's how we're going to be admired, or how we're going to make people proud of us. But you've got to do it. You've got to do, Pisces. This is about you. This is not about anybody else. This is your life. And it's got to be lived for you, by you. Ooh. So maybe some of you out there moved in a specific direction that, you know, others didn't like, others didn't agree with, others put you down for it. Oh, wrong deck, I'm sorry. It's very possible. And now you've got guilt because you have the understanding that, you know, from other people, that what you did was wrong or hurtful. You know, we can't always move the way we want to move in life without hurting someone. You know, if you're not happy in a situation and you need to leave, especially if it's a romantic relationship, you don't stay because you don't want to hurt the other person. You're hurting them more by staying because you're now stopping them from coming together with who they need to come together with at that point, just like you. But again, Yeah, I'm trying to avoid going down that rabbit hole of love. It could be anything. Could be a friendship. But now we're going to get a card from the Power of Surrender deck. By the way, all the decks are going to be listed below, as well as your link to the extended, okay? Should you choose to go there. This is the Power of Surrender. This is going to give us an even better idea of what it is that you need to surrender or release or bring to a close. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to Spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. Obsessive thinking. Man, can I relate to that one. I'm a Virgo, and let me tell you, that was one of the hardest ones that I had to get past, because it's what I do the best. It's what Virgos do the best. We get up in our heads and we just kind of stay put. So I feel like for some of you, you moved in a direction that others didn't like or didn't agree with. They told you so, which made you feel the guilt. And maybe now or soon, you will be obsessively thinking about it. Ooh, that can pull you into that dark pit so quick. Okay, let's get into your reading. Oh, wow. Libra had this card in the same place. The Chariot. It's about willpower, victory, recognition. Very, very fast, forward-moving energy. I mean, she's not even touching the ground. They're moving so fast. They're in the air. But I do want to point out, look at her. She looks absolutely blissful. She's got stars trailing around her, behind her, where they came from. And these two unicorns, they are what is moving this chariot forward. And if you notice, she doesn't have any reins on them. She is using her energy to move them forward in the direction she wants to go in. The direction she wants to go in. Pisces, you need to move in the direction that you want to go in. And that's when you'll start moving very quickly towards whatever goal it is that you want to reach or achieve. The Magician, manifestation, empowerment, preparedness. Yeah. You can manifest anything you want, anything. You don't have to pay attention to what other people think you should do or direction you should go in. This is about you. It's your life. And you are very, very capable of manifesting whatever you want. We all are. It's built in. Now you have wise counselor. Belonging, learning, traditions. This is the Hierophant, and I already talked about that, because with this card here, this talks about us conforming, just following the leader, basically doing what everybody else is doing what's expected of us. And that's what this is saying. This is all about conforming and following tradition and not stepping outside of what maybe your ancestors have done before you. I am going to have to shift these a little bit. I hope you can still see them all, though. Can you? Yes, you can. Okay. So your final card here. Wow. The Sun. Success, recognition, enthusiasm. You've got recognition twice. You've got it in the Chariot card. I feel like some of you are about to step into something, and you're going to be rewarded for it somehow. Your efforts are going to be recognized by someone. But the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. You seriously are heading for pure joy, bliss, and happiness. You've got this girl that's guiding the chariot with her energy, her thoughts, her feelings, her inner guidance system. She's moving them forward, but remember I said to you, she looks blissful. This is a place of bliss. Isn't it funny that it's flanking the two middle cards? You've got recognition and bliss and victory, and over here you've got success and bliss and recognition. And then in the middle you've got the Magician and basically the Hierophant. You can manifest whatever you want and it will take you to a very happy place as long as you don't conform for the sake of fitting in, which is what that's talking about. So you don't fit in. I would rather not fit in and be happy than fit in and unhappy. Bottom of the deck, part of your overall energy, Knight of Earth or Knight of Pentacles. It says organized, responsible, and supportive. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he always crosses the finish line. Always. I think I need to move this back. That might help me with... There, that might help me with the cards. Not really. I think I've got my camera too far forward here. There, let's try that. Sorry, guys. But I know what I've got coming, and none of it's going to fit if I don't get this. I don't even know what happened here. I didn't change anything from my last read, and then now all of a sudden, maybe that tells you something, Pisces. I didn't change anything here. And I'm not changing how I'm laying out the cards, but suddenly things on the desk have changed. The space has changed. It might mean something for one or more of you out there. Okay, we're going to go with this deck, okay? This is the Light Seers deck. We're going to clarify these cards up here now for you. I feel like some of you are in the midst of making a decision, and I think you're overthinking it. Maybe because you don't want to feel guilty about something, about making a move that only you want to make, and others are thinking you shouldn't do it that way. Some of you have already done this. Some of you have already made the move. You've already done what it is that caused you the guilt and the obsessive thinking. Others of you aren't quite there yet. So that's why the title is had or has to end, right? Some of you haven't ended, some of you have. And it's really important that you move down your path, the one you choose, the one you want to do. On top of the Chariot and the Magician, Ten of Swords. This is about a lot of pain. The Ten of Swords is incredible pain. Now, it could be pain that happens all at once, or it could be, pain that happens one sword at a time till you've got 10 swords in your back, because that's what it is in the other tarot decks. It's somebody that's been left for dead, basically. Maybe that's you. Maybe something did end for some of you. Whatever it is, it's going to be different for all of you, but something that ended caused you great pain. And maybe you're feeling guilty about the ending. Maybe you feel like the ending was your fault and you're obsessively playing it over and over again in your head. Others of you, it hasn't ended yet, and it needs to, whatever this is. You know that, but you also know it's going to cause great pain to somebody else or to yourself. And maybe you don't want to feel guilty. Nobody wants to hurt anybody else, that's a given. But we can't avoid it. We can't always avoid it, we just can't. But again, the Ten of Swords, 10, the fact that it's a 10 is an end. For me, this is, what did my son used to call this? He had a girlfriend that she had issues that she had to work through, and she has, but at the time they were together, he used to call her a mental terrorist because she was so controlling. But I feel like this is mental pain because it's swords. But by going through this ending, you're going to free yourself up to move ahead and have the things that you truly want in life and keep moving towards your happiness without conforming. So on top of the Magician and the Hierophant, you have the Ten of Pentacles. You will be manifesting such a happy ending. This is the happy ending card. Happy ever after. This is, have a look at it. This is the family, the loyal dog, the husband, the wife, and there's usually a grandfather in here somewhere, but it's long-term happiness, long-term happy home, happy relationships, happy family, having the money that you need for whatever it is that you want in life. But again, it's based on you moving in the direction you want to move in. On top of the Hierophant and the Sun card, you've got the Ace of Swords. This is all about your truth, the power that standing in your true, authentic self brings. It's crazy the effect that you're going to have on your own life when you let go of the things that aren't yours to hang on to even. Whatever this is, this up here, it's not even yours to hang on to. And you might not even realize that it's there, but it is. When you can let go of that, when you can bring that way of thinking to an end and move in your personal direction, you will have such clarity, such happiness, and love, abundance. Bottom of this deck, part of your overall energy now is the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. It's been a long time coming, Pisces, but the Four of Wands, this is, as other readers call it, the halfway to marriage card. This is that long-term happiness that you've been trying to manifest for a long time. And guess what? The Knight of Pentacles, like I said, is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but he always crosses that finish line. Always. He's responsible. He's reliable. He is persistent. And that's what you need to be. And I think that's where you're at. But it's taken a long time, I think, because you've been maybe a little nervous to move in that direction because it goes against the grain, so to speak. Leave comments. Let me know what this is, if it resonates. Okay, now we're going to get Gaia Oracle. Okay, on top of the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, and look at that, you've got two tens. You've got endings coming, for sure. Because the Sun is card 19, that breaks down to a 10. You've got 3 tens here. Oh my goodness. Sacred Heart. I love this card because it matches the front of the card. It says passion, love, spiritual communion. Wow. So this sits on top of the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. And that's what the Ten of Pentacles would be talking about. The passion, the love, and the communion. the committed relationship, the commitment to a long-term partnership, possibly. Once this comes to an end, and it sits right underneath the Magician. This, I believe, is what you're trying to manifest, or have been trying to manifest. Now you know why this way of being has to end. Okay, so on top of the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, oh my goodness, Pisces, you've got eternal love. It's the Sun card. Happiness, harmony, fulfillment. It literally is the Sun card in this deck. And you could actually say that the Sacred Heart is the Four of Wands card. Be true to you, Pisces. Be true to you. Some of you, I feel like there is a person, a very special person, that maybe you've known for a long time, and you have always known that they're the one for you. But maybe others don't think so. Others don't like them, or others don't think they're right for you. You got to go with your heart and your gut, your passion. If you feel that warm, fuzzy, wonderful feeling in the pit of your stomach when you think about that person, then that is the right direction for you. That's your inner guidance system telling you that. And this sits right underneath the Wise Counselor, or the Hierophant. The Hierophant also, I want to point out, represents marriage, divorce, committed relationships, engagements, because it's all about traditionally the way we come together with love partners. You know, we get engaged, we get married, and sometimes we get divorced. And maybe you've been divorced. I don't know. Maybe that's what the Ten of Swords is talking about. Maybe it's a lot of past hurts in relationships, and that's why you hold back. Maybe you had an opportunity with this person that you're so smitten with. I don't know where that word comes from because I don't use it. And you're feeling guilty because maybe you feel like you screwed it up. But this is not saying that you've screwed anything up. Now we're going to get a Whispers of Love card. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. I feel like this is more on a spiritual level than human beings, or than egoic level. I'm not sure though, because you know, with the information that's come to me in this reading, the guilt and, you know, following suit, so to speak, and obsessive thinking, I feel like you probably shouldn't talk to your friends or your family about this, because I almost feel like they're the ones that want you to go in a different direction. If this is a romantic partner, possible partner, go within. Ask your angels, ask your guides. It's funny because this guy sitting here, he almost looks like he could be the King of Cups, and that's what you are. And they are underwater because she's a mermaid. This is in love. Water represents emotions. Okay, so it doesn't have to be love, but it's emotions. There's something about your emotions that's something that's emotional for you, that you're maybe requiring some help on, and it's right underneath the Ten of Pentacles. So for me, that would be something that's long-term, or that you're thinking of looking at in a long-term way. Could be a business partnership. Okay, now we're going to get an Island Time Wellness card. Acts. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Ooh. Okay, so there's a pattern here that needs to be ended. And it's around relationships, whether it's a romantic relationship or it's a friendship, a family member, it doesn't matter. But some of you have ended a relationship of some kind. Maybe one that lasted for quite a while. Maybe it was, 10, 20, 30 years long, and you walked away. But you needed to. This would be in answer to why it has or had to end. Because you had to break the pattern. You had to, first of all, I feel like walking away from it is what opened your eyes to the fact that there was a pattern there, or is a pattern. And maybe some of you have abandonment issues. I'm feeling like there's, for some of you, now this isn't going to be for all of you, but I have a feeling like there's a partnership that hangs in the balance here, and has, possibly because of fear of getting into a partnership and getting hurt. And maybe that's the obsessive thinking. Ooh. And maybe it's someone you already know. Maybe it's someone that you've kind of had some dealings with or had a relationship with, and you're thinking about going back, and everybody's saying no, no. Or everybody's pushing you in the direction of somebody that you're not interested in. I don't know. But I feel like there is a relationship here hanging in the balance, and you haven't made a move. You feel like this person maybe is very special to you, but you haven't been able to make the move. Maybe you thought you screwed something up with them and you feel guilty. You're always thinking about that, and you're just going to move forward like everybody else, letting this go. This is a bit of a difficult situation for you here. I want to get one more card for you. This is Divine Doors, and this is going to be a message for you from Spirit. I want to see what all these different cards have to say on the back, but the same doors keep showing up. And I don't want to go through the whole deck. I want to be surprised by them as they come up, but they just keep being the same doors. So this is your doorway. And you probably don't want to hear the message that's on the back, but it says, patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Yeah, everything soon will come to light. You've got the Ace of Swords here. This is all about clarity, enlightenment, the truth. And it is going to be all right. It's a little bit confusing at this point in time, I think. So I want to ask your guides and spirit what it is that you can or need to do, be, think, and or feel to move through this, to stop that pattern and stop worrying that you're going to be abandoned, or maybe you feel guilty because you feel like you abandoned a child, a parent, whoever. Maybe you feel like you abandoned somebody, and it causes you great pain and feelings of guilt. But let's look into that a little bit deeper. We're going to do that in the extended. Those of you that are going over, I will see you over there. Those of you that are not, I love you guys. Click on the title of this video. It'll drop down my description box. You'll see the listing of the decks as well as the extended link, okay? So, those of you that are going over, I will see you over there. Those of you that are not, I love you guys, and I will see you next time.